Check one, check two, check three. All right, audio's working, guys. It is 4th of July. We getting fucking litty, boy. Grandpa's having a fucking little Coors Light. Oh, that's good. That's good. That might be a bit of a surprise to some of y'all. I know a lot of everyone knows that I got sober like 5 years ago. But yeah, I haven't publicly said anything, but over the last I don't know, like a month ago or a couple months ago, I finally started having like a drink or two sometimes. Just like it started with just like a glass of wine at a dinner. That for myself, I was just like, yo, you know what? Like, I'm gonna have a fucking glass of wine, you know? Like, I haven't gotten like drunk yet since in like 5 years, but yeah, I'm no longer sober, guys, and I broke my sobriety, and I'm totally okay with it. I'm good. I feel very in control of my life, very in control of drinking. And my desire for it is so different. That's why naturally I am, now publicly kind of sharing this with you guys, telling you is this is like a perfect time when I do like say, hey, let's have a fucking beer. Like it's 4th of July. I was working at the house, and I was just editing some photos for a Sunday sport collection I'm working on, and it's sunny out. I was barbecuing. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna have a fucking cold beer. So yeah, feels good. Oh, I hope everyone's 4th of July is that how you say it? 4th of July? The fourth weekend? I don't know. But I hope everyone's 4th of July is fucking going off like a firework. I hope it's fucking exploding. I've been hearing fireworks all fucking day because I don't have AC in this house. So I have to keep all my windows open and it's fireworks every 10 seconds, which I'm cool with, but Chewy fucking hates it. Chewy freaks out and it makes me very sad. So I normally don't go out on like New Year's or 4th of July. Like, I mean, I never did go out because I just didn't drink. But I also, like, the main real reason I don't go out is, like, I just feel so bad for my dog. Like, I know he's going to be at home just freaking out to all the fireworks. And because, like, when a firework even goes off, he, like he'll sit at, like, the end of the couch and do his own thing a lot of the time. But, like, when there's a firework, he'll literally come over and, like, cuddle into my arms. Like, he's, like, that scared. So I just can't do it. I make sure I stay home with my dog. I might try to take him for a walk down to the water tonight. But if the fireworks bug him too much, then I'm just going to chill. I think I should make, like, a disclaimer for, getting back into drinking. Or at least, like, maybe let me, like, walk you through it, guys. When I first quit drinking, when I got sober, yes, it was very public, but I had my own reasonings of why I was quitting, and the only thing that's making me want to talk about this is just I've had lots of fans. I've had lots of people reach out for different reasons. Like your videos give us happiness and when I'm like depressed and like there's so many like positive things you hear and when you're going through this kind of content creation world that I went through. But I've never had one so strong and one that like hits so much in my like heart than the amount of people that I guess were kind of affected or motivated in a positive way to like stop drinking or stop drugs or stop all this stuff that was like destroying their life. And yeah, I got such an influx of that. And it's not even about like the amount. The amount's fine. It's a few of those moments that stood out to me that like will forever be in my like brain. Like this like this is like maybe I'm like a year into being sober and I was like going through the legalities of selling Nelk and I was overweight, and I was just like, I was at a really dark place in my time still. And I was like still like figuring out the transition of not drinking, I remember at this time. And I remember I was at this bar just eating dinner with some friends, and a mother came up to me, and fuck. See, this is what I mean. Like, I can't even talk about this shit because it's like, these are the ones that are so strong, but like, let me just get it out. This mother came up to me and fuck, I can't tell you the story. Y'all gonna judge me. Dude, it's fucking sad. I don't know what to tell you. Like, oh, it's hard to tell that story. Okay, so a mother came up to me and she was crying, and she basically just said that her kid was a huge fan of us and a huge fan of me, and that he had, a really bad drug problem with opioids. I can never say that word, but like a pill problem, and that it wasn't until I got sober that she finally seen him like turn his life around, and I was just like, bro, like, and like this is like a mother crying telling me this at a restaurant. Sorry, boys. Fuck. It's happy tears, but sorry. Yeah, this mother just says that to me, and it hit me like a fucking wall. Like, I remember being like I was saying at the time, I was really going through it myself. And I felt like I was making all these wrong mistakes. And even getting sober felt like one of them. Felt like, dude, this is my job, like, to party and to, like, perform on camera. And it was something that I was even battling, like, is this even the right decision? Like, did I even have a problem? Do I have to even get sober? And then this mother tells me this, and all I'm thinking about is like, I'm leaving out some shit. Basically, like, her son had overdosed a few times before this, like, and yeah, just like, dude, you are doing the right thing. Like, you inspired kids to party for fucking 10 years. Like, you're now inspiring some of those kids that look up to you to, like, if it is a problem, to fucking, like, take a look at it and know how to stop it, and that it's cool to stop it if you want to. And sorry, I don't want to get so deep into this. I wanted to share that because it's crazy. It's crazy. And it makes me think of that when I'm now publicly showing that I'm having a Coors Light, and I haven't shown it for a few months. And like I said with this channel, I just want to be transparent. Like, you guys are just gonna get what my life is. You're gonna get me. Like, that's it. Let's lighten things up a little bit. That was a fucking came in swinging. Came in like looking like a sad drunk. Guys, I've had like 2 sips of a beer right now. So what else is? Oh, what the fuck, bro? I don't know if you heard me cough there a little bit. I'm just getting over like the most insane flu, COVID, fucking, I don't know what the fuck it was, some fever, like some virus smacked my body on Monday and fucked me up for 3 days straight. Like, I was so close. I remember the last night I couldn't sleep. Like, it was so bad. I remember being like, okay, when that sun comes up, unless you miraculously feel better, you're going to the hospital. Because like I felt like my body was shutting down, like my organs, like, dude, I thought I was dying. Like, it got to even my brain. I was like while I was trying to sleep, while I was even awake, my thoughts were like racing and weird. Like it was, I'm not boosting this. This was like the most craziest flu virus thing I've ever gotten in my life. Cause like I'm a pretty healthy person, I would say. And, yeah, this thing just took a grip of me, man. I had fluid in my lungs, aches. I had no energy. My feet felt like concrete bricks. That was kind of interesting. So I tracked my calories on these whiteboards and I went back, and kind of looked at like, what was I eating and, how much was I burning? And I'm sure I got some kind of virus, but I also looked at it and was like, Jesus, I was redlining the cardio. I was redlining the workouts. Like the 3 weeks, like you could tell I was going through a fucking breakup or like I was going through like some stressful shit. Dude, I was like averaging 4,000 calorie burn workouts a day. Like on average for each week. It was fucking crazy. Like I think I was like the 1 week, because I added it all up, it was like 31,000 calories burned in 7 days. Like, and then like my intake would be like, it's pretty hard to eat that much. You know what I mean? It's pretty hard to eat 31,000 calories in a week. So I'm also thinking, sure, a virus or something hit me, but like maybe I overworked the body a bit. And then so like I'm already been at like my goal weight, guys. I've been at like 148, 150, dancing around that number for months. And this fever hit me and now I'm sweating straight for 3 days. Like I had to wash my couch cushions, my blankets, my pillowcases, my clothes. Like I had to wash all that stuff like 6 times because I would just keep trying to like lay down and sleep in a cold room, like having the windows open, like breeze coming in. And I would I would just wake up like 10 minutes later and be covered in sweat. And then I'd be like, oh, and then I'd like move the sweaty blanket off me and then grab a dry piece of the blanket and try to lay down again. Boom, wake up 10 minutes later, just like, can't breathe, fluid in my chest. Like, dude, I felt like I was dying. This shit was intense. And, yeah, it's funny once you're sick, all you want to be is not sick. Like, it was actually refreshing because I felt like I had a lot of problems going on in my life. And I was like, something about being sick and then getting better made me really appreciate my life again. I was just like, especially because I was like, yo, I'm literally gonna fucking die, or like I have like pneumonia or some shit. Like this is not good. And yeah, see, there's the aftermath of it still. But I'm back. I went to the gym this morning. I did a full blown workout. Not overdoing it though. Something I've been really, really working on is just balance. Trying to balance not being a psycho. Like I can't even make jokes about like, yo, I was a psycho at the gym today, worked out for 7 hours. Like it's not a joke, dude. Like it's a joke if you do that one Sunday, you know? It's not a joke if like you're doing that every single day and you don't have a life and you're saying no to every friend to go hang out or do anything. So I'm shutting that the fuck down. And yeah, I'm keeping my workouts to a certain amount of time. And when I hit that certain amount of calories or whatever it is my goal is for that day, I get the fuck out of there and I go do shit just like I did today. Yeah. So thank God. Cheers to fucking 4th of July, boys. And cheers to not being fucking sick. If anyone else out there was sick, I did hear from a friend that had to go to the doctor for some shit, and the doctor told him that everyone is sick right now. Everyone has this like virus thing, and that's always scary to hear. But I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have been sick lately, or you know anyone, or been hearing that a lot. I definitely know a handful of people have brought up like this like virus fucking sounds similar to what I just went through. Fuck, boys, it was heavy. Oh, So back to the drinking thing. Let me just talk on that a little more, guys. Um, like I was saying, everyone has their reason to why they quit. And if you're someone that's dealt with addiction or was inspired by me or has got X amount of days sober or any of those things, this is what stops me from wanting to be very transparent about everything, is showing that like I'm at a point where I'm enjoying a beer and I'm playing with the water a bit on that because I want to introduce it into my life again slowly. Um, I hope that everyone else out there that maybe I've inspired or is working on their own addiction things can make their own assumption of where they are at in their life, you know? I'm not trying to say that drinking's fucking cool, you know? And I'm also not trying to say drinking's bad. All I can do is share with you guys like my life and my story. And this is probably the best way to describe it. The reason one of the main reasons I quit drinking, I remember this. It was something my mom said to me, and my mom looked at me and she said, "You don't want to be the guy that can't have a beer." And it like really fucking hit me. I was like, dude, like I immediately thought of me actually closer to my age now, or closer maybe to like 40. But I pictured me as a dad with kids and like in the backyard barbecuing with like other dads, and everyone's having a beer and I'm the guy who can't have a beer because I overdid it. And now I'm like, now I have to be sober for the rest of my life. And so the reason why I initially got sober was to prevent that. It wasn't really to be sober for the rest of my life. It was so that I could like catch this and make sure it's not a problem and have one day have a better relationship with alcohol. I'm not going to sit here and say like I 100% do have a perfect relationship with alcohol. I am playing with fire a little bit by having some drinks in the last few months, and but like nothing seems red flaggy to me at all. I don't think I've ever had more than 2 drinks at a time since I've drank when I've been back. I think that's a great sign. Like especially because the old me, like my thing is that like if I had a beer or two, I would go right to like blacking out. I would have to like drink the shelves, you know, like I would just, but it was always in a party, make other people happy kind of atmosphere, you know. It wasn't ever like, I was never the guy who would like drink in his room alone, you know. So I don't really know. I don't think I had like an alcoholic problem. I just think I was living a lifestyle where I was surrounded by the party a lot. And it was 9 to 5, 7 days a week. And I just knew that like I had to walk away from that, or like it would become a deeper, deeper problem where I would find happiness in being drunk, you know? And yeah, if I had to admit though, I do think the idea of like definitely blacking out not happening, but like even the idea of like fully getting drunk, like fully letting go, having like shots and drinking a lot, definitely gives me anxiety, kind of scares me, freaks me out. I really like having control. I have like a lot of control in my life and just control of my emotions and me. And like, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that. Maybe one day, maybe on like really special occasions or some shit like that. Like on my birthday, I took a birthday shot and then I went back to doing whatever. I really didn't care about it. And even when I have like this drink, I'll have a beer, and just like last time I did, it's like 2 weeks, sometimes like 3 weeks just go by and I never really think of it. I'll even be in like places where like I can have a drink and I'm almost like back to like being no, I'm good. I just have such a like weird relationship with it where I can just enjoy it almost like a cigar whenever I truly just like want one, you know? Bro, I will say though, I am a fucking lightweight now. Like the buzz comes pretty fucking quick when you don't drink for 5 years. I mean, this is a big ass can though. The fuck, bro? This shit's bigger than my. Mm. Coffee and beer, they kind of go well. Why? Has anyone ever made a coffee beer? Speaking of that, crazy bipolar manic business pitches is something I'm always writing in my notes, but it's something that I think is becoming a theme on this channel very quickly, where I share with you guys a crazy idea I have in my notes. And I wrote one this morning that's pretty juicy. So after I pack this chew, I'm going to pitch y'all. Bro, this idea is actually sick. Okay, so I always give it like a name that will never stick, but I called it the Dirty Dozen, but I think I actually had other ideas. Oh yeah, other names for it was Can You Hang, VIP. Oh, you know what? Maybe having a beer after being sick isn't a good idea. I almost feel like my cough came back. It's interesting. This is why I don't drink. It's like kind of enjoyable sometimes, but like I'd much rather just be fucking healthy, dude. Being healthy is fucking cool. Feeling good is cool. All right, so this idea, what's the best way to pitch this? Think of it as a podcast, but it's a podcast that starts with 12 webcams. So like you have one screen that you're watching it. Say you're watching on YouTube. It has 12 squares that all are someone's webcam. And before I start this series, I would go and reach out to 12 different artists, singers, influencers, YouTubers, podcast hosts, rappers, fucking like athletes, like whatever, like the coolest people I can go find. So before this would all start, I would ask all these people that I think are cool people that don't even possibly know each other, hey, do you want to come on the Dirty Dozen and do a podcast with 11 other people? And so the first podcast would start and it would be me and 11 of these other like celebrity type, people that some you know, some you don't. They all would bring their own audiences to go watch. And it's just a 1 hour podcast of all 12 of us just shooting the shit like a normal podcast, like getting to know each other and whatever, maybe over time, just like inside jokes and catching up on the week, like shit like that. But at the end of the podcast, everyone would make a vote and they would have to vote for 2 people that they want eliminated from the podcast. And then I would take those votes, and then next week when we'd pop up all the webcams. Everyone would come back online, but only 10 cameras would go live. So 2 of the celebrities would actually be voted out by the crew, like by everyone who was like participating in the Dirty Dozen podcast. And then there would only be 10 in that episode, and we would banter, go back and forth. And also everyone involved, they would only find out who got eliminated. The audience would only find out who got eliminated and the guests on the show live when we record. So we can get that like live reaction of it. I think that would create good content, good clips. And then after that podcast, everyone would make a vote for another 2 people and on and on. And I think until it got to like episode 6, it would then be eliminating 1 person. So then it would be, I think I did the math on it. It works out to being 8 to 10 episodes if I did do a solo pod first explaining the idea online and a last podcast explaining who I'm going to have on for the next Dirty Dozen. And I just thought like this is such an interesting concept that if it grew, the size of the celebrity and the guests that you could get to come on this would be sick. But what's cool is like people that really understand the format of the show would watch it and they're almost commenting, like top comments would be like, oh, like I think fucking Reggie's gonna get fucking kicked off. He keeps annoying everyone, or like, you know what I mean? Like just people would try to like, they would definitely come back next week just to see who got kicked off. It's almost like Survivor meets like, what was that fucking one app everyone was using? Clubhouse? Remember Clubhouse? It was like a group chat thing where everyone could talk, or like 20 people could talk. It's like Clubhouse meets Survivor, but as a podcast. And I don't know. This is one of those, like, sometimes I write like an idea down, just like doesn't have to be that good. I'll just write it down. And an hour later I could be like, oh, that was a bad idea. I wrote this like early this morning. I still cannot stop thinking about this idea. Like, I want to almost bring this to life. Like, I even started making a list of like who I want to reach out, like Steiny, Getter, Nick Coletti, Daddy Steve, Landon. Like, I want to start like asking if these people would be down to do the first one. I always do this. I made like extra notes, and then I made a troubleshooting thing. And like the big troubleshooting, like I try to always find like, what are all the first problems that come to mind when I have an idea? Like, why won't this work? And the one that I thought was, okay, so if I get 12, it's easy to get 12 people that are celebrities to come to a pod. I could do that. But can you, if they don't get eliminated, can you get 12 people to commit to doing 10 episodes every week all at the same time? Because you got to think, like, even when I did Short and Simple, like, you're getting like Chris D'Elia or like some kind of comedian or celebrity on a show. Just even booking them a day and a time that works around their busy schedule is hard to get them on the show. So getting 12 celebrities all to like confirm a time and day every week for 10 weeks and confirm to come on the show, that's like the biggest red flag. But the show is made so that you can shoot it on a webcam. Like, you can do it at home. So it's also super easy. So in my mind, I made a note that we would always shoot Sunday at 7 p.m. I thought that was like the most, whether you're a comedian or an influencer or a YouTuber, an athlete, like the most freest someone could like hop on their laptop and fucking shoot a video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Dirty Dozen, or if we should change that fucking name. Can you hang? That's not that good. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just edited up a photo shoot we did for Sunday Sport. Just me like hitting the bags and stuff. We're doing a buy two, get one free on the entire Sunday Sport line on bloodysunday.com. That's all 4th of July weekend long. So I'm just like making the post for the weekend for that. And yeah, so I think I'm going to walk down to the water tonight. Take Chewy for a little stroll. That's a new kind of making sure I walk Chewy every single day. I know it's silly that I even have to make that a checklist thing. I should have already been doing that. I'm just going to take it easy. I know I said last week that I was planning on renting that cabin in the desert and kind of having a break, but getting sick just kind of threw a wrench into that. I mean, that would have sucked if I showed up in the desert and I was that sick. I would have hated that. So, it kind of sucks now because it's like I had to take 3 days off work. Like, I literally couldn't, my brain wasn't even working, so I couldn't go to work. And now I'm kind of just playing catch up at work right now, where I don't know if I'm going to be able to take time off. And I get stuck in this where like I start realizing that like the only time I can take a break from work is when I'm sick. And I think that's silly. I think that's stupid. I should still just go take this break. I need a fucking break. So, might not be this weekend, but maybe the next. I think I'm going to head out to the desert and take that time off. And yeah, I think I need it. I think it's going to be fun. And I appreciate y'all. It's just a short one today, guys. Just wanted to check in, say hi. Wish y'all a happy 4th. Wish my Canadians back home happy Canada Day. I know that already passed, but my family reminded me about that. They were celebrating. I love you guys. Take care. See you next time I upload. Peace. If you have a problem with drinking, do not drink. Disclaimer. Okay? Have a healthy relationship with alcohol, guys. I love y'all.